This is our 5th year of having LEGO League here at Brookwood Elementary. The kids have to invent something for a project to solve a real-world problem under the theme that they have for that year. And they also have a robot that they have to design and program to try to get points during the robot game. This year we have 2 teams at Brookwood. First team's called Lunar Tunes, and the other team is called Star Tech. This year's theme is Into Orbit, and they had to identify a real-world problem that would solve a health or safety issue for an astronaut living in outer space within our solar system for over a year.
We have made a out-of-this-world cleaning machine that cleans clothes in space. Astronauts get bacteria and other gross stuff on them all day, every day because of their clothing. The current solution is they send a pod with clean clothes, and the astronauts put their old dirty clothes into the pod, and they send it out to burn in Earth's atmosphere. So the dirty clothes is laid on a sheet of glass with holes in them to allow steam to be sprayed through. 15 to 20 ounces of water will be put into the steamer. The steamer chamber will shoot out steam onto the clothing for about 2 hours. And then a UV light turns on to kill the bacteria. And then the steam goes into a freezing unit where there's freezing coils on the outside so the steam gets frozen. Then you use a plunger and scrape all the ice to the very bottom. The ice will thaw and it will sent to the water reclamation unit to be cleaned. This unit is already part of every long-term space life in space.
One of the big parts of the project is not only doing research on the internet, but it's also talking to a variety of professionals. Our students have talked with people from the city of Hamilton about different water projects in the past. We've interviewed physicists, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. We've had people, paid appliances came. We've had people from just a wide variety. We've had representatives from Wright-Patt Air Force Base. We've had the fire and rescue come in multiple times over the years for different projects to have their input on the project and if it's scientifically accurate and mechanically accurate.
We are battling depression on Mars. We're going to have a VR with headphones, with heat pads and haptic devices that imitate objects and increase the overall realness of the experience. The smell packs are also heat activated. So depression begins by the astronauts on long-term space travel, which is over spending time in space for over a year. And so what happens is then, they get depression, and so the current solution for that is if you're on Mars, it's nothing. On the International Space Station, they just send it back home. So we have this suit, and what they're going to do is it's going to kind of imitate some experiences on Earth that they might miss. We're also having a room with this that has memory foam walls because we can't just have them walking around Mars randomly in a spacesuit. So we have a room with memory foam walls that has a huge yellow dot in the middle for a starting point so they can access everything in the entire VR experience.
Mrs. Bunger mentioned STEAM and STEM. Those are science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And that is the big thing in the corporate world that will allow kids to be successful as they graduate high school and enter into things. It's very project-based. The kids are given a project, and it's trial and error, whether it's the project here, which is our out-of-this-world cleaning machine, or whether it's working on the robotics back on the table back here.
Our robot has color sensors on the bottom of it so it can follow these black lines. And in this loop program, we programmed it to follow this black line right here so it can go up to escape velocity.
In this program, we made it so when our right color sensor sees this black line, it'll turn right. And when it sees the white line, it'll turn left to make its way all the way up to escape velocity.
So our first team, that's Lunar Tunes, went to a competition at Ross Middle School the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and they won the Champions Award. Later in December, the second team, Star Tech, will go to Lakota East Freshmen, and they'll have their competition. And then the first team goes on, they actually moved on to the district level, and they'll compete again at Loveland Middle School on January 5th. It costs about $500 per year to fund a Lego League team. In the past, we've had a grant from the Wilkes Foundation. This year, we got a $500 donation from the Hamilton Masonic Lodge, number 17, and the kids fund the rest of it.
You can buy your very own out-of-this-world cleaner from the Acme Corporation because we're the Lunar Tunes. 3, 2, 1. That's all, folks!